it's Christine from Spotted Horse Design Co. And today I'm going to teach you how to make the waffle stitch. Now this is actually a very easy stitch. I know that there looks like there's a lot of texture here, and there is, but really the only stitch you need to know how to do is the double crochet stitch. Now there is also a variation of the double crochet stitch in here, but don't worry about that. As long as you know how to make a double crochet, I'm going to walk you through every step of this tutorial. Now you can use whatever yarn and hook combination is most comfortable for you. For this particular swatch, I used a number 5 bulky weight, and in today's tutorial, I will also be using a number 5 bulky weight yarn. So go ahead and grab your hook and yarn and let's get started. All right, so to begin, you're going to chain any multiple of 3 plus 2 more. So for me, I'm going to chain a multiple of 20. So 18 would be the multiple of 3, and then I'm going to add 2 more on top of that. That is going to make it 20. So go ahead and work your starting chain and then meet me back here and we'll start row 1 together. All right, welcome back. So once your starting chain is complete, it is time to start the very first row, and you're going to start by working into the 3rd chain from the hook. So it's going to be this one here, and you're going to work 1 double crochet in that first chain from the hook. And now you are simply going to continue to work 1 double crochet in each chain all the way across until you get to the end of the row. You should end up with a multiple of 3 double crochets. In my case, I'm going to end up with 18 double crochets. So go ahead and put this video on pause, work this row of double crochet stitches, and then I will meet you back here to start the next row. All right, now once you've completed that first row of double crochet stitches, you should end with a multiple of 3. If you're following along with my stitch count, you should have a row of 18 double crochet stitches. So let's move on to the second row. So if you have not already, go ahead and chain 1 and turn your work. Now the chain 1 does not count as a stitch here or anywhere else in this tutorial. So we're going to start this second row by working a double crochet stitch in the very first stitch. And now we're going to work what is called a front post double crochet stitch. Now if you don't know how to do that, don't worry, I'm about to walk you through it. So you're really just going to make a double crochet as you normally would. You're just going to make it in a different place. So if you see the post of this next stitch here, this next double crochet, you're going to insert your hook in this way, like in the right, and come out the left. So you're really just crocheting around the post, the front of that post, hence the name front post double crochet. All right, so let's do that together. You're going to yarn over, insert your hook from right to left. And then you're going to pull up a loop. Oops. Oh, caught on something here. And now you're just going to finish the stitch like you would a normal double crochet. And now it should look something like this. It should stand out against the other stitches, stand out in front of the other stitches. So moving forward, we are going to work 1 double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. Now I don't want you to get confused. This double crochet stitch behind the front post double crochet you just worked, it looks like it's unworked, but we really just worked it around the post. So don't mistake this for an unworked stitch. You're really going to skip over this, and we're going to move on to the next stitch here. So again, you're going to work 1 double crochet stitch in each of the next 2 stitches. And now it's time to work another front post double crochet. So again, go ahead and yarn over. You're going to insert your hook from right to left, and then complete your double crochet as you normally would. Now remember, you're going to ignore this unworked stitch behind the front post double crochet you just made. So we're going to move on to the next 2 stitches and work a double crochet stitch in each of the next 2 stitches. And now we're going to work another front post double crochet. So once again, yarn over, insert your hook from right to left, pull up a loop, and finish the stitch as you would for a normal double crochet. And now moving forward, remembering that we're going to ignore that and just move on to the next 2 stitches. You're going to work 1 double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. And now for the next stitch, I bet you can guess what we're going to do. We're going to do a front post double crochet. So again, yarn over, insert your hook, right to left, pull up a loop, and complete your double crochet stitch. Now you're going to continue to repeat these steps, okay? So you're going to do 2 double crochets, 1 front post double crochet, 2 double crochets, all the way until you get to the last 2 stitches of this row, okay? So go ahead and put me on pause, finish up the rest of this row until you get to the last 2 stitches, and then we will finish up this row together and start row 3. All right, so once you've got 2 stitches left of your row, you're going to work 1 front post double crochet around that second to last stitch. And now in this very last stitch here, we're just going to work a double crochet stitch. And now once you've completed that second row, your work should look something like this. If it does, you know you're on the right track. All right, let's move on to row number 3. So go ahead and chain 1 and turn your work. And now we're going to work 1 double crochet in each of the first 2 stitches. And now we're going to work 1 front post double crochet around each of these next 2 stitches. And it's really easy to see them because they're kind of pushed out towards us. So go ahead and work 1 front post double crochet around each of those next 2 stitches. All right, now we're going to work 1 double crochet in this stitch. Remember, you're going to ignore these and we're going to move on to the next stitch here. Otherwise, your stitch count is going to be off. And then we've come to our next set of 2 stitches that are pushed out towards us. We're going to work a front post double crochet around each of those stitches. And now we're going to work 1 double crochet in this next stitch here. And that brings us to the next 2 stitches that are, once again, they're kind of pushed out towards us. We're going to work a front post double crochet around each of those 2 stitches. So go ahead and put this video on pause. You're going to continue to work in this same manner. So your next stitch is going to be a double crochet stitch. And then after that is going to be 2 front post double crochets, 1 regular double crochet, 2 front post double crochet. It's easy to figure out where you are in the sequence because you're going to work those front post double crochets around these stitches that are pushed out towards you, and then this one that's kind of recessed, that's where you're going to work your regular double crochet. So go ahead, finish up this sequence again until you get to the last 2 stitches of this row, and then I will walk you through how to finish up this row, and then we'll start the next row together. All right, welcome back. So once you've made it to the last 2 stitches of this row, you're simply going to work 1 double crochet in each of the last 2 stitches. So this is what the back of your work is going to look like once you've got 3 rows on. You're just going to see these groups of 2 front post double crochets kind of sticking out here. But when you turn this around, you can now see the waffle pattern just starting to take shape. All right, so let's move on to the 4th row. So if you have not already, go ahead and chain 1 and turn your work. And now we have the right side of our work facing us again. So now this is just a 2-row repeat. From here, we're just going to repeat row 2 and row 3, row 2, row 3, over and over and over again. But I'm going to walk you through the next couple of rows before I leave you on your own. All right, so again, this is just a repeat of row 2. So we're going to start with a regular double crochet stitch in the very first stitch. And now you're going to work a front post double crochet around this next stitch here. And then work 1 double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. And now it's time to work a front post double crochet around this next stitch here. And now we're going to work 1 double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. So you're going to go ahead and crochet in this manner all the way across until you get to the last 2 stitches. So go ahead and pause this video, and then I'll meet you back here to finish up this row. And welcome back. So now you should have 2 stitches left of this row. You're going to go ahead and work 1 front post double crochet around that second to last stitch. And now you're going to work a double crochet in the very last stitch. And then chain 1 and turn your work. And now this row is just going to be a repeat of row 3. So once again, you're going to work a double crochet stitch in each of the first 2 stitches here. And now you're going to work 1 front post double crochet around each of these next 2 stitches. And then 1 double crochet in the next stitch. And now back to 2 front post double crochet stitches around the next 2. So now you're just going to go ahead and pause this video. You're going to finish up this sequence. So 1 double crochet, 2 front post double crochets, 1 double crochet, 2 front post double crochets. Remember, they kind of stick out, so it's easy to tell where you are in the sequence. So go ahead and work this row until you get to the last 2 stitches, and then I will meet you back here to put on those last 2 stitches and finish up this practice swatch. And welcome back. So you should have 2 stitches left of this row. We're just going to go ahead and put 1 double crochet stitch in each of those last 2 stitches. And chain 1 and turn your work. And now you can really see that waffle pattern coming to life now. And now this is what the back of your work should look like. It's nothing too exciting. You'll notice that there are sets of 2 double crochets throughout the back of your work pushed out towards you. But the front of your work has this really, really pretty texture. And now to continue your practice swatch, you are just going to repeat rows 2 and 3 over and over again until your practice swatch is the size that you want it to be. I hope you found this video tutorial helpful. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.